In February, I did not do as much reading as I would have liked to because I had a mental health. I don't know, I just had a mental bender. I just went on a mental bender. It had me questioning a lot of stuff about myself. It had me trying to figure out what I needed to do to change the mental space that I'm in. I had to get back to talking to a therapist. I talked to the therapist. I actually talked to the therapist for the first time today, and it was great. We started working on goals and plans and stuff for the future. But also, I decided that I need to get back to journaling. I found my high school, the journal that I had in high school, this little thing. And I went back and I read through at the beginning stuff that I was saying in high school. I remembered I was journaling, but I forgot some of the stuff that happened. I didn't remember some of the stuff that was written in here. And it made me realize that, yo, I need to be journaling all the time, every day. I've decided I will do a morning journaling and an evening journaling. People always talk about journaling. I've been journaling, trying to journal, but I haven't stayed consistent. And now with this, it just shows that I'm capable of journaling regularly, and I'm gonna stay committed and consistent to this. Today was an off day. I woke up and I did not do my morning journal. I started and I put the time that I was gonna start, and then I did not complete it. But with the journaling that I've been doing the last few days, I've been seeing a lot of adjustment in my brain. Last month I did another quick journaling in another book that I was trying to be journaling with, where I came to some realizations that I need to take action on things that I want to do. And it feels like it would make sense that you got to take action on the things that you want to do, but it's like I would want to do something, and when the moment came, I would just not want to take action on it. I would just be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now. Not interested. Partly because it's not in the mood, and then part of it is like, baby, I'm an adult. I could do what I want to do, and I don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna do that some of the time. I'm gonna do that later. Baby, I don't have to ever do that. But then the reality kicks in later, and you be like, "No, bitch, you got to do the thing that you got to do, that you're supposed to do. What do you do? What are you talking about?" So I'm coming up with an action plan for having a plan of action, something like that. Part of taking that action, I realize, is that I need to be able to schedule myself and understand the task, and the first action I need to take within that task to get started, and not just be like, well, I gotta go, I don't know, I gotta clean my room. But what am I cleaning first? Where are we starting first? We starting with the closet first? We starting with the floor first? What we doing? We starting with the bed? What we doing first? So it's understanding what pieces got to start first and just create a plan of action. I realize that a lot of what I need to do is a lot of writing. I need to sit down and write out my thoughts, write out the plan of actions that I need to take, and have them available and have them ready. I'm creating a schedule for myself where I'm going to try and have that in a place where I can see it regularly, so that I have no choice but to see the schedule and follow it. And I have to do it. I learned about doing a capture list, or having a second brain, where it's like when stuff comes up, you remember you have an appointment, or you have tasks that you need to do, you have events, you have projects, whatever it is, you put that on a list. Basically, the capture list has been really helpful in getting all of this information out of my head and then having it on paper so that I can come back to reference it and be able to look through that list and be able to be like, this is what needs to go on the planner. This is what needs to get done right now. This is what needs to be a reminder or an appointment or whatever, and just start organizing myself that way. And I know it's probably sounds crazy to some people, like, what do you mean? At your big age, you don't know all this stuff? You haven't figured this out? And I'm sorry, they didn't teach me this in school. They didn't teach me stuff like this in this way. I didn't have that kind of guidance. But I am learning, and I'm not dead yet, so I'm still learning. I'm figuring it out. And in the process of this, one of the things I've decided to do is get back to the artist way, because I started this in 2022 and I was making the effort. I woke up early in the morning to do this. I was doing everything, and then my job decided to move, which was already a 45-minute transit for me to get to work, and they moved over to the next state. It was an hour and 45-minute transit to go to work, and then an hour and 45 minutes to come back home. And it took away from the progress I was making in this. I had made it to week 6 in this book. And now I'm like, and I just never came back and did it. And now I'm like, no, we about to do this right now. We about to start getting into this. And I'm going to accomplish all 6 weeks. I don't know if I'll do everything. I never did an artist date. I just did a lot of the journaling, a lot of the morning pages. And I didn't do all of the exercises, so I need to do the exercises. And for March, I will be reading Rock My Soul, Black People and Self Esteem by Bell Hooks. because that is also something that I wanted to address and deal with when it comes to my mental health and how I'm thinking, my self esteem. So far, from the first chapter that I read of this book, it hasn't been very much about helping you with dealing with self esteem. It has been more addressing why Black people in the United States of America, and I could even say Black people across the world, might deal with self esteem issues based on our proximity to white supremacy. My goal is to complete this in March and definitely give my feedback on what I think about it, because I read The Will to Change Men, Masculinity, and Love some years ago with a book club. And I enjoyed that book. I enjoyed the essays, and I felt so much. I connected so much to that. So I'm excited to connect so much more to Rock My Soul. And additionally, Bell Hooks also mentioned The Six Pillars of Self Esteem by Nathaniel Braden in here. And I was just like, I'm gonna need to get this book. And then additionally, to deal with my ADHD, I got The Anti-Planner by Donovan, created by Dani Donovan. And this is something I could have used in February while I was going through my little mental health bender, because it would have helped me to I believe it would help me get through a lot of the whole setbacks that I've been dealing with or feeling. With some of the things, you're dealing with procrastination, you're overwhelmed, unmotivated, disorganized, discouraged. It's got different sections for those issues, and then you could go within those sections and find specifically what your issue is. And it gives you little games and cartoons and advice or processes of how to deal with that situation that's going on to get the things that you need done. So I'm excited to get this. As a matter of fact, I'm about to bust it open right now because it's just been sitting there, and I'm saying I'm gonna bust this open on camera. Ew. Oh gosh, how do you open this? So I'm about to use this book last page stuff. So I am gonna start using this, and anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed, what is it? Anytime I'm feeling stuck, overwhelmed, unmotivated, disorganized, discouraged, I will use this. I could actually probably use the disorganized right now because Lord knows I'm working on being more organized. But being that it's International Women's History Month, I will be using and reading these books for International Women's History Month. And these are all women. Bell Hooks, Julia Cameron, and Dani Donovan. All women, so I'm going to be participating in them. And for the rest of the year, of course, because I'll be reading books by women and gaining a lot of great advice from women. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I'm at this bitch, like Fleek. Shout out to Peaches. Thank you, girl.